Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. And the Noles will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Arkansas's offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it out. No doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
To the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Ingram. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Razorbacks line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So Florida State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Using the quick game. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. It's on target and complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Seminoles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Trying play action. He's got it on the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good. You can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Crosses the 30 to the 31. Game.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Back to pass on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's got him. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Razorbacks are on the move. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Got enough for the first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. With the run on 1st and goal. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded you were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again. There he goes. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense.
Into the secondary on the right. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Looking downfield on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or 2. Nice job, nice success.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. Give to the back. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
He caught it. He stopped just a chain link. Back to the ground game on the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Punch it out of the air. And he will score. Touchdown Seminoles. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's complete. After 45 on its way. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Going to look downfield again. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Going right to work up top. Oh, he makes the catch.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Fires to the big fella. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Knocked down at the 22. That's a first down, and they can still stop the clock. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It's complete to the right. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions.
Touchdown, Florida State! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. Powers through. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Takes the easy completion. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll trim
The road that I can trust this guy.
He's got great speed. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. The Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Line gets set, first down. Give to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. Open space in the middle. Touchdown, Knowles! And the beatdown has ensued. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Another incompletion on third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Gonna take a shot. Got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Quarterback on the keeper.
The defense that time shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Direct snap. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran.
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Razorbacks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. Now improvising. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And they tacked on the extra point.
Arkansas 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the tailback. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Tyree. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He'll go to the sneak. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work for the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's Tyree. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion. Not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Let's go, let's go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's caught. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Razorbacks are in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Quick strike through the air for the score. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Use it now. Use it now.
Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Perez. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Seminoles come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the middle. Found the spot in the defense. Touchdown, Florida State. And they take it in for... points. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught near the sticks. It's Tyree. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you've got dialed up on third.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seems like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.